Okay, hey again, gang. So I didn't even really take a break because the store is closed. Yeah, it is after 6. Holy crap. Okay, that means I've been out a little longer than I thought, I think. I don't know, whatever. So, yeah, did you see me save the baby bird, though? That was good material right there, shit. Yeah, I saw him on the way into the parking lot and it was like, oh, hell no, I'm not leaving that guy there. Poor little bird just hanging out in the parking lot. Not even a parking lot, he's in the middle of the friggin' road. I don't think he's going to live much longer, but he won't be getting hit by a car on my watch. So yeah, didn't really get my soda. I didn't get a soda at all. Didn't really take a break either, but I decided, whatever, no sense standing around like an idiot. So we're on our way back. Oh, god damn, I'm back. This is Hygiene Road, as makes sense. And it's lovely. I love this road. It's really good. This whole area is just nice. I can't believe that little bird didn't get run over just in the time that I parked and ran back to get him. I stopped and talked to some dude about his bicycle for a minute. That is, as you might have seen as I pulled in, kind of a major bicyclist destination. It's a nice shop. There's, they'll let you use the bathroom if you just buy a soda or a drink or something, so I always do. It's actually, I'm telling you, man, when you're out for a long bicycle ride, there is nothing in this world that feels better midway through than this cold can of Coca-Cola. Fucking awesome. Just a bunch of free liquid calories. This person is stopped in the middle of this bridge. That makes me pretty nervous. But no one was coming, so no harm in it. This is so cool to me. See this island? Oh, it's now in the middle of the lake. Well, that boat used to be on an island too, and it's so Pirates of the Caribbean. But that lake's a little higher than the last time I went by. Like I said, we've been getting some rain. Still have my grips on. Okay, this is my biggest problem with these grip warmers. Is this light's almost impossible to see without me covering it. It's actually okay in the shade, but I doubt you can see it on the camera at all. I gotta stop looking down. That's what I've kind of realized. The angle of the camera is a little weird. I think I want it a little bit higher, but I don't know. I'm really not sure. So that's another thing. If anybody has an opinion on that, please voice it, because I would love to hear it. I'm not watching these videos very much myself, so it'd be nice to hear what people who are watching them might think. Oh, look at that view. Hard to beat, I'll tell you. And like I said, we're going to be doing a little bit of highway riding, which isn't a whole lot of fun to watch, so I apologize, but it is what it is. I got to get home, so. You know, it was a couple years back that I had, well, not even actually. I've considered myself like a newbie rider for a long time. I don't know, I just never really felt like saying anything else. I just, like, yeah, I've been riding for a lot of years, but I mean, there's people who've been riding a hell of a lot longer than I have, and I don't know, I just don't feel like an expert by any means. But I did have the realization I don't know, about a year ago. I was out for a ride with a buddy of mine who just bought a bike. Actually bought almost an identical bike to mine, some gravel Dodge in there. Not this one, the first gen SV. And we were up riding one of the canyons in the area, like there pretty much. I'll take us up there soon. And we got to a break where we were, and he said, "Oh man, you were leaning over so far, I thought your knee was going to touch the ground." And I think he was exaggerating, because I really don't believe that was happening. I wasn't hanging off the bike at all, and I wasn't dragging hard parts or anything. And this was back when I had some pants that I bought when I was much bigger, and so they had a tendency to kind of hang off. So I think he was just seeing the pad hanging off the side. I don't know, but it did kind of get me thinking, like, hey, I guess I'm a better rider than I used to be. I mean, I don't feel faster. I feel more confident, but I don't really feel, I don't know I just don't feel faster. I feel more skilled, but I don't really think I've sped myself up any. But I think I'm wrong. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm imagining things, but I just, that kind of made me think, like, okay, maybe I am a little quicker than I first realized, which also made me think, okay, Do I need to reevaluate and maybe slow myself down? And no, I don't think so. I feel perfectly safe riding the way I ride. I'm generally within 10 to 15 miles an hour of the speed limit, so I don't really think it's all that big of a deal, but it was an interesting thought, and it was kind of fun to realize, like, I'm not that new anymore. I mean, I've got some miles under my belt. I've done some things on a bike, and never done a track day, anything like that, so definitely, like, cannot claim to understand what it's like to push a bike to its absolute limit, and by any fucking means. And to be honest with you, I do want to do a track day, but even there, I have very little interest in riding on the absolute bleeding edge, which is why I'm probably not destined for MotoGP. I'm just not that competitive of a person anyway, but that hill is so hard to get up sometimes. That looks, nope, okay. Those were sloppy fucking shifts, Nathaniel. It's been a couple days, okay? Sorry. That was not my best shifting, but oh well. Oh, it feels good, okay. This is the advantage of highway riding. I got a little sweaty on that ride. I know I was just talking about how it was kind of cold, but I got hot again, okay? And now I'm not. Now I'm kind of cold again. In fact, bumped these motherfuckers up to 75%. I love this fucking bike when it's chilly out. I really do. I mean, cold is still cold, you know, you're still going to get cold, but just the difference from the SV to this is, like, fucking remarkable. It is a whole different creature. Really similar bike in a lot of ways, and really, really different in a lot of ways. Which is pretty much what I wanted, actually, out of a new bike. Okay, yep, I'm cold again. Yep, see, I got hot, now I'm cold. But yeah, fuck yeah, get me down behind that windscreen. It's so weird on a bike like this that I feel like I'm holding on to my ears. But it's nice and toasty back here, or relatively speaking. Like I said, I don't think this is the actually, this might have been one of the videos I made before I had a mic, so you all might have never seen it, but this is not a stock windscreen. I don't know, maybe that wasn't this one. It's a National Cycles V-Stream, whatever. It's a great windscreen, I recommend it. I can't compare it to the stock because I bought it on the bike, so I don't know. Oh yeah, heated grips finally kicking in. Well, warming up anyway. Feels good. And I probably shouldn't be going like 12 over here. It's kind of a notorious cop road. Alright, I'll admit it, guys. This has been some pretty sloppy cornering and some pretty sloppy shifting on my part, but hey, cut me some slack. It's the very start of the season. I'm still getting used to my programming. And that's like 10,000 fucking points if anyone gets that reference. Someone will. I know someone will. But it might take a while. And it'll be letting you into a weird, like, personal view of Nathaniel's life. Nothing sexual, I promise. That'll come later. No, just joking again. Alright, still got my tail bag, that's cool. I love being able to see my shadow because I can check all my luggage and shit. Because I just have it attached by like a cargo net thing. And I don't really trust that. Like my old bike, I had a system rigged up to where I could actually, I took the pillion seat off and strapped my tail bag, which was not this one, it was an actual tail bag. This is a tank bag that's been repurposed, but strapped my actual tail bag like to the seat itself. It was quite nice, it was totally secure. This one, that's not an option that I can see anywhere. I haven't rigged it up that way yet, let's put it that way. So I just got the cargo net, in which the dude that sold me the motorcycle, who works at a dealership, a very solid guy, it was his cargo net. And he said, well, I don't have a green bike to play on anymore, so you can have it. Alright, right on, man, thanks. If I'd bought one, it probably would have been black, but whatever. I'll take green. Oh man, that's a view. I say that a lot, but I mean, I'm serious. Are you seeing what I'm seeing right now? That's a view. It really is. Let's see, how saucy are we feeling today? 621. Not quite saucy enough. I was going to go up that way. As you see, that leads to Ward and Jamestown. No fucking way I'm going all the way up today, but that left hand, great canyon ride. I don't think I'm technically allowed to be up there right now, but I keep doing it anyway. But it links up back to this road if you just kind of take a big circular route through a neighborhood, though, so it's, you know, kind of lame, but... And, yeah. So we're just gonna slab it home. Let's do it. Huh. I just noticed I have a mystery cable. That is for my peel lights, which I still haven't figured out what to do with. Alright. I'll probably get another zip tie on that when I can. Yeah, I have these, let's see, can you see them? See the peel lights? Yeah, I don't know what the hell to do with them. I don't even know what I'm allowed to do with them. Like, can I use them on the road? I really don't know. I've turned them on in my garage, and yeah, they put out a hell of a lot of light. And if I was, like, doing some, like, back roads or trails or something that didn't have a lot of light, I would totally turn them on, but I feel like that shit's got to be illegal on the road, so I haven't messed with them yet. Oh man, I love this bike. I did this not long ago on the SV with a friend, and it was fun. But just the ability to kind of sit back, relax, and cruise along at 70 without even feeling wind buffeting. Oh, it's just wonderful. All right, see if I can call it. It's a Harley Sports? No, I don't know. I have no idea what it is. I suck. Road King? Might be a Road King. Might have been an Electric Glide. Might have been a Dynaglide. Might have been an FLX-TH YXZ Elemental P. Who knows? That was a low blow. I don't like Harleys. Whatever. Random fire hydrant. I bet that shit's important too. Heard a lot of people put a steering stabilizer in this bike. I bring that up because I just gave a little twitch in my left arm and felt the front end wiggle, and I could almost see that with how tall it sits you. It's a little light on the front end sometimes. It's a badass bike, that. So I can almost see how that would be a benefit, but I don't know. I always viewed those as the territory of Gixxers and Panigales and shit. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like really an adventure bike type of deal to me. And again, I know this is not an adventure bike. It's just adventure bike style, blah, 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 whatever. But I can kind of see it. I wonder if you can hear any fucking thing I'm saying, because I'm getting a lot of wind noise, but I think I've had the camera up to this speed before, or the mic rather, and it was fine, so not too worried about it. Well, it is. I like cyclist girls. Sorry, I don't know what to say. What's this thing? I don't even know what that was. Like the biggest powered antenna on Earth. God, my phone is stressing me out. I'm pretty sure my pocket's zipped, but man, you just never know. Ah, we're getting a bit of a crosswind down here. Which I bet if I do this, you can't hear it as much, but I bet you're also staring at my fucking dashboard, huh? So let's do this, whatever. If you can't hear me, well, you'll just have to live without my sexy, sultry tones for a moment. Yeah, it just like blew me through this corner, didn't even have to do nothing. Perfect. Actually, some of the scariest riding I've ever done has been on this road right here. Because man, when the wind picks up out here, oh shit, it gets ridiculous. And that actually goes for a bicycle too, like that dude. When it gets windy on a bike out here, it's scary. This and 93 South, if you follow Broadway all the way through town, it gets real bad. Well, what do you think? Should we go down Broadway and the main drag and go? Yeah, let's do. What time is it? 6:25? That could be alright. I can always bail if I decide to. Well, let's go see what's happening on the downtown area of Boulder. I'll be honest. I avoid the downtown area whenever possible. But, yeah. But I'm not in a hurry right now. Too much anyway. I got something to do later tonight, but not for a little while. And it's a nice day, so it'll take a little longer to get home this way. Oh, man. And Boulder city limits. I kind of thought we were already in Boulder, but what do I know? Yeah, Broadway. Broadway, that was the plan, that's right. Thank you for not killing me, BMW. Appreciate that one. Right. This time of day, definitely go the speed limit here. Huh, I'm still tempted to stop and get my soda. And... fuck it. Let's ride. I don't care. That's the one thing about this bike. It doesn't seem to really have a... That's kind of a nice bike. It doesn't really seem to have a gear for 30 miles an hour. Like, second's just a hair too low, and third's just a hair too high. So I think I'll go second. It's a little noisier, but I don't mind. It burns a little more gas, and I'm cool with that. That's the other thing. This bike gets really pretty good gas mileage. I think it's a little better than the SV, although there's a lot of factors involved there. The SV is a lot older of a bike, and you know, might just not be... Might be gummed up carbs or something that I haven't been paying attention to. In fact, that seems pretty likely. But yeah, this thing does alright. I'm getting, I don't know, 200-ish miles to the tank. From what I hear, you can get more than that, but I don't know, I don't. And, you know, this is people who say they like to cruise at about 2,500 RPM. I can't do that. If you can, more power to you, do it up, but I don't know why. It just feels like the bike's constantly about to die. Even at 3,500, it's kind of like, feels like you're lugging. But this is a man who's used to the SV650, which is a bike that is built around torque, so, I mean, you know, it's no VMAX or anything like that, but it's plenty torquey. So I'm used to power being a little lower down. I didn't expect us to come to a full stop. There's a random dog wandering across the road. This lady's trying to help, but she's got 2 children with her. See if there's anything I could do about this. Not really. There's a lady with a leash. Alright, let's move along. I try and stop and help people when I see things like that if possible, just because not enough people do. I have a tendency to see people broken down in traffic and find a spot to pull over to help them push their car, but that's partially just because I get a kick out of pushing cars. Seriously, it makes me feel really strong because it's not very hard, but people are impressed when you do it. Those things, man, if you don't live in Boulder, those things cause so many problems when they first put them in. You have to stop when you see those lights flashing, which is nonsense because flashing yellow lights have never meant stop. They mean proceed with caution. But no, it'll stop at one of those crosswalks. Apparently they mean stop, but for a while they were ticketing people who didn't stop at them even when the lights weren't on, which is like so fucking far beyond illegal. I don't even know, or not illegal necessarily. It's just not the way the law about driving is written. But they stopped doing that, fortunately. And I will say I actually like those crosswalks. They work well. I just think if you want people to stop, they should be a stop sign. You could make a stop sign that illuminates, and then when it's not illuminated, it's not active. That could be a thing that would make a hell of a lot more sense than completely repurposing an already existing traffic signal. What do I know? But they are nice when you're trying to get around. And it gives you even more ammunition to get pissed off at jaywalkers when they're jaywalking like next to one of those things. We spent millions of dollars providing you guys a safe way across the street. Please use it. I get the sense one of these people's about to do something stupid. I don't know why. I thought it was going to be that person, but it might be this Lexus. It might be me if I don't be careful. And I'm not even going to bother switching to the right lane. Fuck it. This is the downside of this road. If you ride on the right lane, you're stuck behind buses. If you ride in the left lane, you're stuck behind this. Anytime, folks. But no harm in it. I'm not going anywhere important. Alright, my hands are getting a little warm now. I think at the next stoplight I might turn these down, or maybe just off. In fact, I'm going to turn them off. And see, that's the problem. Since you can't see the light, I don't really know that they're off, because they'll stay warm for quite a while, even when they're not heating, obviously. Okay, that time I'm going to do it. Nah, it feels like I turned them off. I think I did. And these things, though, they are not fucking around. If you leave them on 100%, I'm pretty sure you could cook a slice of bacon on them in a pinch. I really hope I didn't make that joke already. Yeah, whatever. Do you ever like think you hear a car noise that's like right on your ass or like coming up on the side of you, and you glance around and there's absolutely nothing to be seen? Hello, ladies. That happens to me a lot. I think I'm getting some, like, I don't know, auditory hallucinations in my old age or something. Yeah, my ancient age of 30. Yeah, you know, 30s are off to a good start. I'm pretty fond of being 30 so far. I pretended like I didn't want to turn 30 when I was 29. My 29th birthday I dubbed my not 30 yet birthday, but honestly, I was just kind of playing. I rather enjoy it. I find it easier to, I don't know, live life and make good decisions and deal with suffering and, I don't know, just all sorts of things that every year seem to get a little bit easier and easier, which I appreciate because, you know, life's fucking hard enough. No sense making it any harder. Alright, I'm probably not going to talk when I'll stop at this stoplight just because, well, you see what I see. Nah, people might think I'm crazy. Or creepy. Maybe I am. I'm a little creepy, I'll be honest. Welcome to downtown Boulder. I lied about not talking clearly. This is the Pearl Street Mall, as you can plainly see without me narrating it, but oh well, I just did it anyway. Nice mall. I don't spend a lot of time down here. There's no parking, and I don't want most of what's in the stores. You stay put. Thank you, sir. Working where I work, you don't always want to run into clients all day, every day, let me tell you. Nothing against them, just, you know, it's work. What are you going to do? And the worst part is always Canyon, but we made it through pretty easy, so not too bad. That's a filthy lie, actually. The worst part's usually the hill, which is on its way, but the hill being the, I don't know how to define it. It's the college area of town, I guess. A lot of dorms, a lot of college-related things. I don't really know. I didn't go to school here. It's kind of the campus, not campus, if you know what I mean. Oh, I want to get to the top of the hill, so I'm not sitting on the hill. I don't know why, but I always want to be at the top of the hill so I don't have to sit on my brakes. Oh, we might actually get through this light. Shit, you never really get to clear this light. Guess it's just my lucky day. Here we are. This is the hill. I avoid it even more than I avoid the downtown. It's worse parking, and I want what they have even less. Boy, it is quiet down here now. Like I said, graduation weekend ended, and holy shit, it's different. Okay, I want what they have a little bit. Oh yeah, this is the least traffic I've seen on this road, like, ever. Piece of cake today. Maybe I should have commuted home this way. My commute was fucking nightmarish. She was probably in college. No harm in looking. Yeah, so student housing, I think there's some frats around here, although, I don't know. So, I think CU tried to, like, get rid of frat houses or something like that because too many kids kept drinking themselves to death. Which, you know, well, that's fair, I suppose, although that kind of sounds like a them problem to me, but hey, what do I know? Nice bike. But I'm pretty sure there's still some around. I don't really know. But either way, here's campus. I hear we have a lovely campus. I kind of don't give a shit. I grew up here, so I'm a little used to it, so take it for granted, I suppose. But it is nice, so there's nothing wrong with it anyway. Don't you just love it when all the cars end up stay there in the same lane so that you can get to the front of the other lane? That's my favorite. Oh my god, my back hurts like hell. Whew. Not sure would have been embarrassing if I'd fallen over right there. Yeah, that guy in the car was making me nervous. I bet you guys could tell. That guy in the car, whatever, I think it was an Acura. Thought he was coming into my lane for sure. Which actually, since we were talking about road safety, like, I don't know, a fucking hour ago, or possibly in yesterday's episode or last week's, or depending on how I do it, that's another big one for me, is just assume that everyone's going to kill you. It's not that you're riding like you're invisible. You're perfectly visible, and everybody is actively trying to murder you. Keep it in mind. Yeah. Sorry, I just thought of some work shit I have to deal with tomorrow since I'm sitting at this intersection. Never mind. But yeah, I don't know. Everybody knows about the like what if game, I hope. If you're on a motorcycle, you really should be playing the what if game all the time. But to be honest with you, you should do it in a car too, which is just as you ride down the road. We'll play it a little bit on the way home, and I'll just narrate it out loud. But you're constantly running through your head. What would I do if? What would I do if? What would I do if? If this person pulled out in front of me, what's my plan? If this person slams on the brakes in front of me, can I stop in time? What would I do? And if you don't have an answer, change what you're doing, because it will happen. That's what I've learned. The time that you're least prepared to deal with a catastrophe, yeah, that's when it's going to happen, for sure. So, for instance, what would I have done if that bus pulled out? Nothing, because I've got room to clear it, no big deal. What would I do if these cars turned in front of me? Good question. I would veer left and hit the brakes. Yep. Well, I don't know about veering left, but I would first try and hit the brakes, I think, at that distance. But that's a tough one. I mean, I don't always have the answer, as you'll see in a minute here, but it's a good exercise just to be thinking about it. What would I do if this Volvo didn't see me? Get in the left lane, post-haste. I've got room right now. I may not in a moment here. But what would I do if that Volkswagen looks like Corrado up there slammed on its brakes and I didn't notice? Which it just did, but I did notice. I would slow down, obviously, but things like that. Corrado? Yeah, totally. Don't see many of those. But it's really good. It's good practice, and it's good to do in your car, too. And you'll be shocked how many times you say, like, what if blank happened, and then it immediately happens, because you have that sixth sense. Everybody does. Everybody kind of knows what other people are thinking. I don't know if it's sixth sense. I don't fucking know, but it is some sort of sense of kind of what your fellow man is doing. What's their plan? What's their next course of action? You can kind of get the sense, because chilling in my blind spot. I don't really have a blind spot, but and you should listen to that, is what else I've learned. I mean, we have intuition for a very good reason. And sometimes it knows more than you know. And so do it. Just play that game constantly. What would I do if? What would I do if that cyclist came into my lane? I'd share the lane with her, actually, because on a bike you can do that. Why am I following this person so close? What would I do if they hit the brakes? I'd swing into the bike lane on this road. Well, into this little, the center part there is not a lane, but I would use it if I needed to. But that's just more reason, you know, keep an eye on your mirrors, know what's going on behind you. Because that way, when the unexpected happens, you're a little more prepared for it. But I just realized I'm here rambling about like how to ride like an idiot, when I'm sure all of you know this. And I'm almost home, so I'm going to say, hey, I really appreciate you guys riding with me. I don't know if this was one episode or two. I hope you saw me save the baby bird. I hope my fucking camera's on. I hope a lot of things, but one way or another, I hope you guys have a nice night, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.